The Star Wars Jedi series from EA and Respawn Entertainment is shaping up to be one of the best Star Wars trilogies since the original run of films from 77 to 83. If you're just now looking to get into the series or need a refresher on the leading man of this story, here's a bite-sized recap of the life of our hero, Cal Kestis. Around the year 19 BBY, or for those unfamiliar with how Star Wars tracks its timeline, that's 19 years before the Battle of Yavin, where Luke Skywalker blew up the first Death Star, the infamous Clone Wars were reaching their conclusion. In the twilight of the Galactic Republic, a young Padawan learner by the name of Cal Kestis was training under Jedi Master and General of the 13th Battalion, Jaro Tapal. During regularly scheduled Jedi training aboard the Albedo Brave Star Destroyer, Cal Kestis was witness to the fateful event that finally pushed a Republic into becoming an Empire. His own master's Iron Battalion of clone troopers who Cal fought beside turned their blasters to the young Jedi as he barely managed to escape. Parting words from his dying master would go on to define Cal's philosophy of life on Bracca, his new home. Funnily enough, Cal may have misinterpreted his master's words, or at least took them a bit too literally. Trust only in the Force is the advice the traumatized Padawan was left with as he plummeted in an escape pod down to the planet Bracca beneath this Star Destroyer. Cal would go on to shut himself off from his connection to the bond between all living things in effort to lay low as a scrapper on Bracca for the following 5 years. This did, however, make him one of the few Jedi who managed to survive Order 66. While there needed to be a lore reason for Cal Kestis to learn Force abilities he should have already known and level up on his adventure to make progression feel rewarding for the player, looking at it from the context of a scared child wanting to hide who he really is out of fear for his life is believable enough and makes for an emotional character arc. Come 14 BBY, an incident puts Cal Kestis on the run. He places his trust in the Force and is brought along on a journey with former Jedi Master Seer Junda, in efforts to help prevent other Force-sensitive children, like Cal, from being hunted and exterminated by the Empire. In being backed into a corner, Cal is convinced into accepting and trusting the Force once more. Cal is able to find a new place of belonging with the crew of the Mantis. He is, however, constantly reminded of his past trauma, wielding the busted saber of his master, who he constantly feels he's disappointing, as he learns to accept his new role in the Force and the galactic conflict. In discovering his new life purpose alongside Grease Dredis, BD-1, and Merrin of the Night Sisters, Cal is able to master his unique abilities with the Force, which allows him to sense the history of people and items based off of their individual connections to the living Force. Cal uses this to track down the holocron with a list of Force-sensitive children, taking it away from the Empire's grasp, and in turn completes his Jedi training, ascending to the mark of Jedi Knight. Graduating into the role of Jedi Knight during the height of the Galactic Empire, Cal finds himself uniquely positioned and responsible to aid the galaxy from the oppressive reign of the Emperor and his scions. Where Cal would see his fight span across the entire galaxy, his allies from the Mantis each decide to go their own ways to pursue their own goals. In his initial run with the Mantis crew, Cal finds himself working alongside Rebellion legend Saw Gerrera, who, after the events of Jedi Fallen Order, assisted Cal in building out a team set on running missions throughout the galaxy in opposition of the Empire. By 9 BBY, Cal became a notorious criminal and one of the biggest targets of the Empire. After a mission went wrong on Coruscant, resulting in the death of his new team of Resistance fighters, Cal flees to the planet Kobo to reunite with his old buddy Grease, and also happens to discover ancient Jedi secrets of the High Republic era, which causes him to reassess his current strategy. Despite his best efforts, Cal can only do so much alone, so with the help of a new ally in Bode Kuna, Cal reunites with his found family in pursuit of a secret planet, Tanalorr, which exists outside the reach of the Empire. Cal's new goal is to use this planet as a base of operation to build up a strong enough force to take down the Empire. In his quest to unlock the secrets of Tanalorr, Cal faces off against Dagan Gerrera, a Jedi out of time disgusted by what his order became, and acts as a bit of a reflection of Cal, with both being surviving members of their respective eras of the Jedi Order. Where Dagan held firm beliefs in the pride of the Jedi Order and embraced the dark side out of disgrace, Cal had to evolve and find new explanations of what it means to be a Jedi under the reign of the Empire. The two butt heads, with Cal eventually having to face off and strike down Dagan despite his wishes not to. When we last see Cal, he's able to achieve his goal of reaching Tanalorr and establishing it as a safe haven for enemies of the Empire to gather and build strength under in Sanctuary. However, he's only able to achieve this feat by embracing the dark side of the Force himself. In moments of desperation, having lost his new master to Lord Vader and facing betrayal from one he called a friend, Cal had to rely on his rage to help him finish the fight. After finding solace in his partner, Merrin, Cal commits to fighting his own darkness and protecting his new family from the Empire whenever the next and potentially final chapter in his story comes to pass. Will we see Cal Kestis join forces with familiar heroes of the Age of Rebellion? Will his time on Tantalor shift his priorities and force him to retire as a Jedi Knight? Or is there a world where time flows differently on Tantalor, and upon returning, he finds a galaxy free from the reign of the Empire? So what do you think about Cal Kestis, and how do you think his journey will conclude? Be sure to let us know what you think, and as always, stay tuned to Game Rant for more videos like this.